Lizard. Lizard. Lizard.
Hello, friends. Hi. Oh, I was upstairs talking to family. Sorry, it took longer than expected. Little bit longer than expected. Oh, we're going on our thing today, and we don't come back till Sunday. So it's going to be a short stream. I was almost about to not stream, but I was like, you know what? I bet we could sneak in like a nice 30, 45 minutes of gameplay. And that's what we're going to do. Hope everyone is good. Hello, friends. Thank you for all the subs. Oh my God. Ay, caramba. Scorpio, thank you for the 7 months. Wolfie, thank you for the subs. Fran, Energizer Bunny, Galaxy, Gamer. My God. Tika, what the hell is going on? What the hell? Hello, thank you for the 4 months. Lady, hello, thank you for the 5. What are the games in the starting screen? There's Faz, there's Repo, there is Friday the 13th, there is
Lizard.
a lizard of some sort. Basled! Oh my God. Backrooms is there. Cabin Factory is there. This is not. No, get out of here. There we go. But yeah. All right. Let's do the old switcheroo. Let's do it. Let's do it. I appreciate you, friends. Thank you. Thank you. It is going to be a fast, short stream today. We have a package that I need to open. We are about to do that now. And then after the package, we are going to do Quarantine Zone for a little bit. A nice little quick, fast, early access gameplay. I would play longer, but I can't. I'm not even 100% packed for our trip. We're only gone for a couple days, but I'm not completely packed. So we need to work on it. Nine Tails, hello, friend. 910, thank you for the 8 months. Oh my. I say we just get into it. I say we just do it. All right. I'm not going to do the top down camera. We'll just do this one and then I'll just show you what's in the box. It's fragile. Or so they say. Drifter. I've opened it, so I know partially what's in it, but there's things within that I do not know that are here. So the makers, well, not the makers per se. Hold on. Hold please. I say the makers. All right. All right, ready to rock. So Devolver, the publisher of Quarantine Zone, sent me a box. They sent a box. And we're going to take a look. And we're going to take a look at what's inside. So it's funny. I showed my wife a couple of the things that I could see in the box when I first opened it. And I said, I want you to guess what game this is for. I think she said COVID simulator. Like, okay, that's pretty fair. Based on the items that are in the box, that's 100% fair. So when you open a box, gamer fan, thank you. KD, thank you for the 33 months. We'll see. Okay. So when you first open the box, okay, we get the nice breathing apparatus. Okay. Close. It is fair. Okay. We get a mask to make sure, we're not breathing in any bad particles. Okay. Good start. Good start. We get a nice pair of gloves. I think this is for whenever we run into Chingus. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. But gloves. Okay. Okay. And then also, we have this suit. A nice hazmat suit that has a Clean Guard A70 sticker on it. See that guy? So I can't wear this today, but maybe I'll wear this on another day. And then last but not least, there's a case in here. There's a case in here. Here, we'll put the fragile box back up here. Handle with care. There's a box. I have not opened this. I don't know what's inside of this. I don't know. I open it up. It's just a big puff of smoke. Like, oh, cool. Now I have it. It's COVID simulator. I know. So. Stuff's trying to come out. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. What the? So we have some paperwork here, which we'll go through and see what each one of them are. There's 3 vials of liquid. Oh, they're blood samples. Oh, great. Blood sample A. Ow, that's my arm. Oh, they're not antidote. They're blood samples. Blood sample B. Hi, Deep Fried. How are you? And blood sample C. And I think we have a goo light. All right. So, first things first, let's see what's in the paperwork. What in the Umbrella Corporation? So, ooh, this piece of paper, it says results. Look, it says results on it. Don't drink any. Aw, that's not fun. So, what does this say? Tools. There's envelopes, and then there is. What in the hell? Hold on. I'm trying to understand what I'm looking at because I have a piece of paper here with a face I recognize, which makes me wonder, does somebody have my face on a piece of paper? Okay. Welcome to the Quarantine Zone Last Check. Inside this kit lies everything you need to protect the world from a rising infection. It's spreading fast and only you can uncover the truth. Just like in Quarantine Zone, every interaction counts. Each item you'll find holds a clue, a story, or a warning. Look closer, connect the dots, trust no one. Your decision will decide the outcome. Are you ready to discover who's sick? No, I don't want to see who's sick. So yeah, so there was that guy, okay? A, B, and ooh, the breathing test. So there's the different breathing tests. Do you guys remember that when we played the demo for A, B, and C? So I have A, B, and C, which are different survivors. Okay. Crib said, thank you for the 30 months. My God. Caroline, thank you for the 3 months. KD, thank you, friend. They gave us a kit to see who's infected. So we have 3 different survivors. Okay. Survivor A. Is it Gerbigli? So I think these are all content creators. Is it Gerbigli? I don't know. I don't know who this person is. Someone probably does, though. Age 39, occupation, voice actor. I don't remember, like, we had to fill in a thing that basically said our profile, like our bio. I don't remember what I even said in mine. Hair color black, eye color brown, checkpoint, South Korea. Okay, symptoms list. They have bruises, skin rash, cuts, bite mark. Wait, am I supposed to? Hold on. Hold on. I'm a little confused. Do I actually examine like the body that I can see? I'm so confused. We'll figure this out. But yeah, if you look at the card though, the card, it shows the body. It shows like, I guess when you're going through the checklist of things for them, if they have different things on their body, do I use the UV? Oh, you do. Hold on. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this that well. Hold on. Look. You could see it. You could see it a little bit on their body. You see the X on there? Yeah. Yeah. So they do. There's an X on their body. But what does the X represent? Oh, wait, I think I understand. Oh, I think I understand. I think I get it. I think I get it. I think I get it. So obviously when you're in the game, you're looking for these things, right? The things that match like these different whatever. But in here, you can see that there's different symbols on it and dot patterns and stuff. It's a little tough to see. I'm trying to show you. You see that? So I go over the body and I try to look for those patterns. So they have cuts. I feel like the air is blowing directly into my microphone. I'm trying to watch the time too. So they have cuts. They do not have a skin rash, no bite marks that I can tell. If I look at their breathing test, overlay with results sheet to diagnose. What? Here you fine. Okay. I was just afraid that the fan was blowing in. This says tools. Watch, this probably explains all the shit that I just figured out. I swear to God. Oh, okay. This is what they mean. Overlay with the spectrogram to diagnose. It's this. About the breathing. And then there is a color chart. Anything in between is considered healthy. So you have infected and you have healthy for the color chart as well. I don't know about the color chart though. That part, I'm not exactly sure I understand. Okay. Damn. So if I overlay A on top of, if I overlay this with A, they look okay. Breathing wise, they look healthy. Is this out now? It comes out publicly on the 12th. Yeah. Hi, Otter. Publicly on the 12th. Okay. Breathing is okay. What is the color chart for? That part I don't understand. 6 foot. Oh, hey, how are you? And then there's also the blood, like the actual blood samples. Like, okay, if I'm supposed to do something with this, oh God. Test with provided strips. What provided strips? I don't have provided strips. Okay, I've got this. I've got this. Are they inside of the tool thingy? Are they inside of the tool? I found the strips. This is very, very intense. There's a lot going on here. So there's these strips that you dip the inside of the blood. You strip, that's right. You dip those into the blood, the little samples. I presume, and assume. I'm trying to keep all this together. Okay. So if I take blood sample A, this guy, okay, let's open her up. Take a sip. That's the right way to check if they are infected, right? You just take a drink. I think that's how it goes. Okay. Doing great, sweetie. Like a fun dip. You dip it, you dip it, and then you take a drink. I'm going to mix these things up. All right, there's that. All right, where was the thing that said about the strips? Where did I just see that? Don't be the reason everyone listen. I'm not trying to. Okay. It's very unintentional. The kit includes, okay, I probably should have read all this shit. I'm so sorry. This kit includes 3 patient profiles that need to be assessed. Use the UV lamp on the body to on the body diagram to uncover any marks. Compare the patient's spectrogram to the result sheet. Test the blood sample with pH strips and compare the results to the color chart. Check the symptoms listed on the patient's profile. Compare your verdict with the result sheet. Hi, Rhodey. Thank you for the 35 months, friend. Yeah, I probably should have read that. But you know what, though? It's sort of like when you go into a game and you don't do the tutorial. It's the same. It's the same kind of thing. All right. So I have placed the strip inside of patient A's blood. And I'm now looking for color. If it's yellow and green, they're healthy. If it's yellow and red, they're infected. Anything in between, they're considered healthy. So this is after dipping into the blood. It is looking like green and yellow to me. So I think the blood is okay. So patient survivor A, they have some cuts. The breathing is fine. The blood test seems okay. I think they're good. I think A is good. I think A is okay. A-okay. All right, we're going to move on. We are going to move on. On to patient B. I mean, survivor B, whatever. Now, B, I know who B is. I know this person. Survivor B is Dan's. Survivor B is Dan's Gaming. Do you guys know Dan? That's how I knew. I was like, okay, these aren't random people. These are actually content creators, that's why I said, I think that I'm going to be somebody's survivor. So I don't, but yeah. So we have Dan. Let's see. Is Dan sick? Dan, are you okay? Oh man, Dan's covered in skin rash. So excited for the game. Me too. So, as you can see, Dan's got a rash. Yeah. You can tell he has a rash because it matches the rash thing. Yeah. Yep. It's all over his body. I don't know if he's sick, but he's definitely not doing too hot. All right. So rash is it's a warning, basically. Bruises are okay. Rashes, ugh. All right, I need to put Survivor A's blood away. Hold. All right. Let's go. You know what? We'll go straight for the blood. How did the challenge with the last dab? Yeah, that sucked. That was not very good. Not very good at all. Okay. Next strip. Into Dan's blood we go. Now remember, if it's green and yellow, he's healthy. If it's yellow and red, he's infected. Okay. It looks like it's staying green. I think so. Or it's looking like it's in between. Yeah. I think the biggest thing is if that green changes from not green. If it's anything but green, then I think you're in trouble. But that looks like it's staying green. So I think blood sample wise, he seems okay. I'm not even going to mark it down. We're just going to remember it all. Needs to see a dermatologist. All right. Blood sample wise, he's okay. Okay. We know that he has a rash. Let's check his breathing. Okay. If we line up this with the spectrogram, it's like almost a warning. But he seems okay. Breathing wise, he seems all right. Okay. So symptoms list. He has a rash. Breathing is healthy. Blood is healthy. I think he's okay too. I think he is also all right. Okay. Moving on. Our last survivor to check out is another one that I don't know, but their picture is wonderful. This is Slimesicle. Let's see if he has any problems. So Slime is a professional gooper. Oh shit. He loves peanut. Checkpoint, the slump. Oh my god. So we have a problem. We have a problem on our hands. They have 2 bite marks. Which basically, if I recall the game correctly, you see somebody with a bite mark, it's basically game over. It's game over, man. We'll check all the other symptoms. We'll check the other symptoms. All right. So if we check their oh boy. Slime's not doing too hot. Slime has had better days. So their breathing is right next to infection. Very, very close. And if we check, might as well check his blood. Some zombie's been nibbling that, or a mean ex-girlfriend. All right. Patient. I keep calling him patients. I'm not even a doctor. All right. Poor Slime. Okay. Now let's see if this actually changes from green to something different. Because I can only assume they're infected, right? Each of these, the pH strips have not really changed. Like they've been pretty similar. Because according to this, he's healthy. According to that, he's healthy. And that doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense because we saw the bite marks. I don't know. Maybe there's just something going on with the pH strips and the blood. I think there's something going on. All right, let me get their main cards. Do you have to dip them a certain amount at a time? No, when you're doing pH tests, you just have to get it wet. Shake well before use. Maybe it hasn't progressed enough. Maybe they just got bit. On the way in, maybe they just had a nice chunk taken out of them, right? Yeah, maybe. Okay, well, I say we go with our gut. Let me put the blood back on. Put the cover on this. Devil, thank you for the 26 months. He's just kinky. Sheesh. But see, but if you go according to the sheet, bite marks are infected. So we are going to say that survivor A, Gerbeagly, good to go, healthy, not infected. We're going to say Dan, not infected, just needs to get that rash taken care of. And for Slime, I think Slime's a goner. I think we would send Slime to pasture. All right, let's do the results. The results. This will decide whether we did something bad or not. I don't know. Sir Kiro, thank you for the subs. Okay, I opened this like a damn madman. His goop is no good. We're about to find out. Let's go. Let's go. We were right. Can you see it? Oh, the light. The lights makes it hard to see. The light makes it hard to see. But we have good, quarantined, infected. Nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. Hell yeah. Now what do I do with their blood? What do I do with their blood? Well, that is a super freaking cool idea. A super cool idea. Do a shot. Shots. So that's awesome. Devolver, thank you, friends. Quarantine zone. Now let's get into the game. All right, put those over there. Hopefully don't cause any problems. And now we open up quarantine zone. Clever and fun. Super cool idea. Super freaking cool. Thank you guys again for all the early love. Again, it's going to be a pretty short stream today, guys, like super fast. But I wanted to make sure I got to play this on not release. You know what I mean? I wanted to make sure that I had a chance to play it early access. So that's what we're about to do. Just give me a minute. Make sure this is make sure it's downloaded and all that jazz. Hey, Ro, good morning. How are you? Like a flash? Yeah, something like that. Now, we're going to obviously play it again. Well, maybe what I'll do, because I come back on Sunday, and then I stream normally Monday. Maybe Wednesday, we do a full quarantine zone day. Any idea if it'll be on? I don't know. Maybe at some point, they might. I'm not really sure. I thought I had this downloaded, and apparently, for some reason, it paused. So we're going to finish it. It should be fast. Today's your only day off for the next 2 weeks? Holy night. Ay caramba. All right. It's hot in this room. I know I'm wearing a sweater, but it's for some reason got all hot. Okay. All right. That's good. That's good. Just making sure all the things are honky dory. But yeah, I'm excited. The demo was a lot of fun. So I can only imagine that the full game is going to be even better. Can only imagine. Just got to the office part of the job. So you get to watch. Let's go. Zen, thank you for the year. Thank you for the 12 months, friend. Just waiting for it to show up so I can capture it. Yeah, let's pause the music. Let's pause it. Might be infected. Oh, don't say that. Don't say all that. I like how fast these disclaimers go. I dig it. Oh, no, not credits. Oh, I didn't mean to click that. All right, well, it was a good game. I'm glad we had fun. We had to be the first one to roll the credits, right? Son of a bitch. Do I have to sit here and watch all this? Hold on. I'm literally going to close the game and reopen it. Son of a bitch. It was unintentional. I didn't mean to click it. God damn it. I had to be the first one to roll credits. I had to be. I take that title. It's mine. Nobody else's. 10 out of 10. I have to roll credits again. 10 out of 10. Did it skip? No, there was no skip button. What do you mean? There was no skip button. I'm just trying to check the video settings. The game sounds loud to me. You guys have to tell me if it sounds loud. Unlimited frames. Nobody ever actually wants unlimited frames. You thought you saw something bottom right? Oh, maybe I didn't see it. I don't know why I didn't see it. Settings auto detection. We'll probably leave it as is. Thank you for showing us what not to do. You're very welcome. Is the sound good or do you guys want a little bit lower? Maybe like we try this. I turn the music down a little bit. That sounds okay. Okay. Options. Controls. I'm probably just going to let it fly. Whatever they have, I'm just going to go with. All right. We've got early access to Quarantine Zone. Let's check it out. Ooh, endless mode. Save as many people as you can, or the actual campaign. That's cool that they have 2 game modes right out the gate. That's awesome. All right, let's go to the campaign. Now, some of this we might... Oh, God, I see him lagging. Some of this... We might be doing some things again that we've done before because of demo and stuff like that.
Finally awake, Commander.
It keeps stuttering. Why does that keep happening? Seen earlier versions of this? All right. I did that just to see if that would change anything. Let's see. Did it change anything? Let's drop this to 60. Yeah, it was super laggy and I don't know why. Quality preset. Let's see what happens.
You were dreaming of a vacation on some sunny beach. Not the best fantasy these days, huh?
He said it.
Anyway, welcome back to reality.
Thank you.
We're almost there. Checkpoint Alpha. They've been holding out, but they need reinforcements.
We're the guy.
It's us. All right, get ready. You're dropping in 20.
Okay.
And Commander, watch your step out there. It's not just the dead you gotta worry about.
They should have let us jump. That'd been fun. Day 1. All right, what do we need? Oh, there's an elephant. All right, let's see. Grab our walkie.
Sleep well, Grunt? It's
Yeah.
your first day, so I'll go easy on you.
Okay.
Our job's to make damn sure the plague doesn't crawl into the camp.
Mm-hmm.
Get yourself to the checkpoint. We'll start with the basics.
Is that over here? I can't remember. Oh, yeah. There we go. Oh, we've got customers.
They actually showed up. You guys owe me $10. Nothing personal. It's just, we're stuck in Groundhog Day out here.
Okay, Georgie.
Just trying to, you know, not go crazy. Okay, so it's simple, really.
Way to address the elephant in the room.
Next, and the guys will let the survivor in.
All right, call a survivor for inspection. You can only call one person at a time.
Come on.
First, do a simple inspection. Take the flashlight from the table.
I'm pausing. Why is the music nonstop? Should I just turn the music off or should I just lower it? I feel like it's nonstop music. Lower or off? Because I've got 2 people talking. I've got the music going in the background. There's just a lot happening at one time. Trying to focus up, you know? Deduar, thank you so much for the 16 months. Super Babs, thank you for the 13. We'll lower it. Let's do 20 and see how that goes. All right, back to it. Okay, interact with objects. Give me. Use your flashlight. Okay. You don't look so hot.
Take your time. Match what you see against the symptom chart. The devil's in the details.
Okay. Where's my symptom chart? Oh, it's on C.
Identify the particular ailment and click Symptom Logged. If you mark most symptoms correctly, you'll get a reward.
Let's go. They definitely have conjunctivitis.
Once
That's
you've recorded the symptoms,
100%.
it's time to decide their fate. Let's switch to the distribution tab.
Conjunctivitis. See ya.
Still not sure? No worries. Just send them into quarantine. Let them sit for a few days, and the virus will reveal itself.
Okay.
Like a friend of mine used to say. Can't piss in the gas tank. I'm not sure what he meant exactly, but your choice may have consequences for the whole camp.
If I piss in the gas
You
tank?
let the wrong one in. Pretty face, pleading eyes. It'll come back to bite more than just you in the ass.
I see what you did there. Oh my god. All right. The checkpoint compromised multiple zones, each with its own function. Laboratory, quarantine, liquidation, survivor block. Okay. Confirmed.
Crying out loud.
Well, okay, Captain Conjunctivitis. Yeah, watch him. You hear me, Steve? Watch him. I don't like him. There's something about him I don't like. All right, next.
Don't make me wait.
Yeah.
I just need to get to the safe zone. My family is waiting for me.
Yeah, that sounds like something somebody infected would say. Send the survivor to the living block. Do we trust him? I don't know. Something seems off. Oh, they're fine, I guess.
In 4 days, we will be evacuating the survivors block. The top brass will be very
Hiding the fact
upset
that he's
with us
infected,
if we
yeah.
don't move a adequate number of healthy people. Carefully
We
examine
have a
the
quota?
survivors in the line and send the unaffected onto the block.
I can't choose whether they're healthy or not. Do you hear that gun? All right. Survivor block, right?
No pills. No, I forgot my meds.
Oh, I thought she said no bills. I was like, bro, I don't think anyone's going to hit you with a bill.
Next survivor.
Hello. I'm in your face, dude. 6 feet, please. Inspect the survivor. Okay. Oh, well. Haircut could use some work. Oh, we're looking for problems. Okay. I don't remember how to inspect. Just like, I guess just visually. So eyes, they seem fine. No, they don't have yellow eyes. They don't have any of that jazz. No bruise. Like, I don't think they have anything. Is this finally released? It becomes public on the 12th. So the different things that we can look for here, you have appearance. Well, first of all, you've got appearance, symptoms, which some of these things, look, we can't even do these yet, but eventually we'll be able to. UV, X-ray, like there's a bunch of stuff we'll be able to do eventually. Captain Pink. Oh, sorry. Yeah, there is an X-ray thing, but we haven't unlocked it yet. No. All right, well, they don't have anything wrong. I guess I mean, they look, inspect the survivor. They look okay to me. Scripted. Yeah, basically, yeah. You're right. You're good. Wait. What's up with your face?
You are in a quarantine zone. Stay calm and wait for your turn. Remove your outer clothing.
He doesn't have freckles. What the hell is that? Is that freckles? Would they consider that freckles?
For inspection.
Yeah, freckles is a symptom. Yeah, but they seem okay. Like, there's a green check there. Look, freckles aren't usually considered a disease symptom, but some commanders previously misinterpreted them as some kind of zombie rash. Don't make the same mistake. Well, they're not, like, look at his face. There's something wrong. Uh-oh, I have freckles. I mean, if we're worried about it, or if I'm worried about it, what I could do is I could stick him in the quarantine just to be sure. Thought it's just wrinkles. I don't know, it looks like there's something wrong. Like maybe like an actual game bug and not necessarily like there's something wrong with them. Poor skin routine. So what do you think? Let him go? Seem okay? When in doubt, quarantine. That's kind of where I'm at right now. Bad graph. I think there's something wrong. Yeah. I think graphically there's something wrong. Hey, Fix. Thank you for the 8 months. I think he's fine too. Yeah. I think he's good. Ah, fuck it. YOLO.
I'll know anybody in there.
I don't know, but if you hurt anybody, that's going to suck for my job. I'll totally get fired. All right. Next.
Move it.
Please. I have children. They're waiting for me.
So dry red eyes. Yeah, there's something graphically happening with their face. Let me do that real fast. Let me go look at the settings. Video. Is there anything set to like super low? The anti-aliasing is set to low, but I can't even change it, can I? Immediately liquidate. No, they're friend. If not friend, why friend? Shape. Yeah, I don't think I can mess with anything else. He's not looking so hot. No, he's had better days. Yeah. Eek. I like your flip. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. I don't think he wants to be friends. I don't think so either.
You guys seem nervous. Is everything okay?
Yeah, it's fine. Just go hang out over there and we'll bring you a snack, okay?
Next.
I didn't do anything wrong, I swear.
Well, your friend just got a snack. You want one too, lady? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you over there to get some Pringles as well. You definitely have...
You are in a quarantine zone. Stay calm and wait for your turn.
Don't say anything.
Remove your outer
Just
clothing.
follow
I feel like I
the
remember
And gloves.
getting bum rushed at some point by these guys.
Prepare your belongings.
That's
Did
it.
they shoot him? No,
Not
they
that
don't.
hard,
They
right?
don't shoot him in there.
Also,
No.
can you try to avoid excessive executions, please? We'd like to keep our jobs.
They're fine. They're fine. It's just a flesh wound. Literally. All right. Well, let's go night-night. They give free kit. Free kit? What the hell? It's free snacks. It's free. They're just nappy nap time. All right. Day one profit, 2,600. Maintenance fees. Look at that. Made 2,100 bucks. Hell yeah. Deaths in the block. You didn't admit any infected survivors. Look at us go. We're a natural. Look it. Look it.
Wake up, soldier.
Okay.
March yourself to quarantine.
You got
and get
it.
the survivor before he drops.
How do I march? Anything fun in here? Okay. Yeah, they're all wearing flip-flops. I don't know exactly why that is. Not really sure. It doesn't look that nice out. Like, not flip-flop nice. Quarantine. The virus can look and behave differently for different people. Send survivors to quarantine to monitor their symptoms. I do remember this.
Well, look at this one. All
Identification
rosy cheeks.
verified.
On government
Quarantine
rations, no
status
less.
stable.
What's your call,
No
soldier?
incidents reported.
Infected or not? Hell if I know. Inspect again, then pick an assignment.
Conduct a follow-up inspection and assign the survivor. Okay. I don't remember how to do a follow. Oh, wait. To inspection. There we go. There we go.
I'd give anything and everything to wake up from this nightmare.
Okay. Thank you for the sub, friend. Thank you for the 6 months. What did he even have before? He has bruising. But, I mean, bruising is not a sign of really anything. They seem okay. We don't really have a UV light or anything to check with them yet. I think right now it's all just like visual. It's all just visual. Was it his eyes? Oh, yeah, yeah, and that's cleared up now. It's gone. I think he's okay.
Looks safe to me. Send him to the living block. Word to the wise, rookie. If you catch anyone in the
What's the
Okay.
Now get over to Georgie. He's got a little toy for you.
Well, hey, Georgie. What do you got?
The infected typically exhibit elevated pulse rates, with body
Ah,
temperature
this
rising
thing.
significantly above normal levels.
He had
This
conjunctivitis. Yeah, I
device
thought
will
so.
help you detect infection when there aren't enough visible symptoms. Give it a try.
Okay. Oh, yeah. The thermopulsometer. Of course. I've got one of these upstairs. Pulse and temperature can be indicators of infection. Use the thermopulsometer. To left click to check a survivor's vital signs. Sneezing or hiccuping may be signs of an elevated temperature or pulse. It's flu season. You guys are going to be goners. All right.
Move it.
Move it on. Let's go. I don't got all day, lady.
So tired.
You are in a quarantine zone. Stay calm and wait for your turn. Remove your outer clothing, hats, glasses, and gloves. Prepare your belongings for inspection.
Pulse 128. We've got a temp of 43C. Oh, I saw her legs. Okay. What does that sound? So 43C, they've got a high temp. What was the pulse? Was it elevated? It was elevated, right? I think it was like 120 something. Ooh, okay, yeah, it's like fluctuating a little bit. 131. All right. Oh, wait a minute, though. Oh, I didn't realize that their temp is a sign of infection. They're infected. They be infected. Well, you know what that means. Old bloody legs. Time to go meet your
You'll get
maker.
more tools to help you spot the symptoms.
Okay.
The disease evolves, but so do we.
Use the tool wheel to select a tool. Well, where's the tool wheel? Ah. Would you guys relax? Use silencers, for goodness sake. Hi, Knight. How are you? All right, next.
Next survivor.
So tired.
Looks good to me. They were a bit on the forehead. I bet you didn't see that coming. What the hell? It's just a flesh wound. Well, I mean, you know, we might as well get used to practicing with our tools. So, what do you got? You don't mind if I check your wound, do you? Pulse is 191. Temp is 36C. 191, 36C. So they have an elevated temp, but an extreme pulse, and they also have a bite mark on their forehead. So, oh, well, their eyes too. They have conjunctivitis. Oh, well, it's, no, I think it's past that point. I'm pretty sure it's red eye. Well, that's red eyes. Yeah, that's, I don't know though. That does look like conjunctivitis. It does look more like conjunctivitis than just straight red eyes. Yeah. Yeah. Let's do the thing. Okay.
At least it's not a death sentence.
No, that's where the snack closet is with all your friends.
You are in a quarantine zone. Stay calm
Don't
and
make
wait
me
for your
wait.
turn.
Flashlight. I got it right here.
Remove your
It's okay.
outer clothing, hats, glasses,
Every second we stand here, they are coming closer.
prepare
Are
your
they?
belongings for inspection.
Sit still. Stop. Why are all you hiccuping? $139 and 40C. 139, 40C. It's elevated. I wouldn't say it's high. Okay. What do you got? No visible bite marks, no bruising, no nothing, no freckles. Oh no, they seem okay. They seem all right. I think we're gonna let him through. You look good.
No pills.
All right.
No.
No bills. That's right.
Not my meds.
Just the hiccups. Yeah. Hey, Primley, how are you? That's right.
Come on.
I just hiccups. It's fine. They're fine.
I'm so sorry for the trouble. Please, just let me pass.
Wait. After I've put someone in, can I put them into quarantine after I've already put them over here? Hey, I gotta talk to you for a second, old hiccups. Hey. What if she got bit in the butt? That's a good point. How do I talk to you? Can I not talk to you? No, 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 no. That's such an aggressive door. Is there a way to look at my current survivors? Symptoms. You're not Donald Phillips. I think we're kind of stuck. Nope. All right. Well, you know what? YOLO. If they're infected and they infect everybody else, it's okay. Hi, I'm sorry. Maybe after you're done. Yeah, maybe. Maybe we still have time. All right. Pulse is 78. Temp is, let's see. Okay. You do not have an elevated pulse. What did that say? Did I say 36? Their pulse is very low. About 36. Yeah, you don't have high temps. You do have what I believe are freckles. Whatever those. Oh, Jesus. Okay. We have freckles. We have bruising. No visible bite marks from what I can tell. Let's see. We have freckles, bruising. Seems okay. I don't think they're infected.
You are in a quarantine zone.
Yeah, I'm aware I'm in a quarantine zone.
Wait for your turn. Remove your outer clothing, hats, glasses, and gloves.
Can't trust the freckles. Yeah, but it says freckles used to be a thing. Like, it used to be a thing that they worried about.
Identification.
Oh, wait, that's right. I let that person go. I could put him in quarantine just for kicks. You know, let's do that. Just for kicks.
I'm not sick, I swear.
I know. I just want you to have your own room. It's like VIP.
Next.
I could take the pot off of his head. Can I get his hat? I'll ask. All right. 102.36. Looks good. I don't see any. I mean, their face looks like they have dirt. I don't see any visible anythings. Not, again, it's a matter of the equipment that I have available to me. I mean, from what I have, it looks okay. Yeah, was the pot on the head a reference to something? Why didn't he remove his clothes? Wow, dude. Wrong place for kinks. I think they're okay. They look like friend. They're friend shape. Plants vs. Zombies reference? I like him.
Come on.
I like him.
Did you hear that? Someone's watching us. I know it.
I'm sure they are. Pulse is 196 and we have a temp of 36. Okay. Yeah, well, you definitely have a bite mark. You definitely have red eyes. We're just going to go ahead and send you over to the
Is it
snack
like a
cupboard.
bunker?
Yeah. Time for Pringles. Enjoy, ma'am. They're very, very yummy. You will love them. They're so good. I did not realize that you could literally watch the body get added to the pile?
You are in a quarantine zone. Stay calm.
What'd you do?
and
They
wait
were
for your
infected. There was
turn.
nothing I could do.
Remove your outer
Ads are about to
clothing,
start, by the way, just a heads up.
glasses, and gloves.
Okay. Well, that's all the peoples for the day. I guess I go night-night. Hey, it's this guy. What up, dude? Hey, Stereo, what's up? Hey, how are you? Everyone else look okay? Nobody's like going around chomping anybody? No, we're okay. They do have basketball. Is there an actual basketball, though? What are you throwing darts at? Oh, there's, oh, why don't you stand a little closer? Jesus. Where's the girl? What girl? We have one person over in quarantine right now. Hi, Roxy.
Experience any symptoms. Report to the staff immediately.
I don't think we're supposed to have access to some of this stuff, just not yet. Are his eyes okay? Who, that guy? This guy? Hey, don't look away from me. Oh, you actually sat down. Yeah, he seemed okay. Yeah, he seems all right. He seems fine. Keep an eye on that guy, though. The one you wanted to send to quarantine? Oh, oh, yeah. It's her. This lady. The one we weren't sure about because they had hiccups. Where the hell did that apple come from? Like, they seem okay right now. I think we just let it go. I think they're fine. All right, was that a day's work? Can I just go to bed? Or do I need to worry about supplies and stuff? I feel like it hasn't instructed me to do this stuff yet, so I feel like this is jumping the gun, coming over here to this stuff. You know? So I think what we'll do is we'll go night-night, and then it'll probably tell us on the following day that that's what we're supposed to do. Let's try. Let's see what happens. $3,500 current balance. 3 deaths in the block. You let infected. Oh, we knew it. Oh, she was infected. Oh, shit. They killed Dave.
Hell of a night.
Damn
Even
it.
Be hungry. Remember, the better a man eats, the longer he can fight. As for civilians, they don't last long without food either.
Poor
Make
Dave.
sure everyone gets fed.
I tried to correct the wrong, man. I tried. It wouldn't let me do it. In addition to inspections, you're responsible for the overall management of the checkpoint. This includes the survivors' provisions, power, and buildings. Okay. Replenish the food supply. Just execute all. Oh, okay. What a checkpoint.
Everything has its price. Don't spread things too thin.
Okay. Okay, but how much does it cost? Oh, there it. Oh, I see.
Now you know how to restock the mess hall.
There we go.
Keep the food coming, or everything goes to hell. But the food supply.
So
is the
elevated, go to
only thing
quarantine
you
from
can
now on.
monitor.
Well, them, it was because they had the hiccups. All right. Get back to work. Pfft, okay. So is this area good now? In a manner of speaking? A little light on survivors. You know, it's my bad, okay? Sorry, damn. Nobody's perfect, okay? Can I have another thing? All right. Next.
Are we done? Can I just go?
You absolutely can. Oh, God bless you.
What could be worse?
Fake Pringle farm? Next. Oh my God, all of you, dude. Wait, you look familiar. What?
Cleaner than half of the people you let through.
What in the absolute hell? Get out of here.
Identification verified. Quarantine status stable.
What was wrong with this guy?
No
Hold on.
incidents reported.
I'm so sorry for the trouble. Please, just let me pass.
In the top right, it said infected eliminated, and it gave me 400 bucks. All right, what was your deal, hotshot? Symptoms. What did you have? You had bruises, and was that it? Oh, bruises and freckles. Now their face looks okay, but they still have bruises. I don't know, man. That's sus. The freckles are gone. Now, I don't know if that's actual freckles, if there was a problem. I kind of want to keep them in quarantine.
This has to be a mistake.
It's not. Just relax. It's fine. Next.
Don't make me wait.
Let's just get this over with.
Is that blood on your shorts? Sir. Pulse is about 98. 98 pulse, 36 temp. No, those seem okay. All right, let's go look at the visuals. Visuals. Look okay to me. No sign of really anything. All right. You are Dave's replacement. You are now Dave number 2. Next.
Survivor.
I'd give anything and everything to wake up from this nightmare.
All right. Freckles. Anything visually first? Let's do a lap. Okay. No. What happened to Dave number 1? He's just having a sleep. He's going that night. All right. Pulse is 155. We have an elevated temp. Pulse 155. Elevated temp. Okay. Warning signs. And they're hiccuping. I'm a little sus. Dave Acne. I'm a little sus. You're going to quarantine. Just don't kill that other guy, okay?
Crying out loud.
Next.
Next.
God, the
I
guy
feel okay,
scared me.
I promise.
Yikers. So this guy has yellow eyes and freckles. Yellow eyes, freckles. Is that just blood? Or is that a skin cut? It doesn't look like a skin cut.
You are in a quarantine zone.
I know I am.
Calm and wait for your turn. Remove your outer clothing.
Does he look pale? He looks, his lips look like they don't have a lot of color in them.
Prepare your belongings for inspection.
Yeah, there's no life. Something's wrong. Or it feels wrong. Pulse is 117, 36 temp. Oops, too far. That seems okay. Maybe he's sad. No, maybe he can't breathe. His lips are blue. I don't know, man. That's questionable. I could send him to quarantine. But then quarantine is full, which
I'm not
means...
sick, I swear.
Okay. I'm gonna have to make some decisions.
You don't need to check me. Just look at my eyes. I'm fine.
Okay. You got it, boss. Bless you. Definitely has conjunctivitis. And hiccups. Oh my god. Dude has conjunctivitis. He has hiccups. He has bruising. Bless you. I think what we're going to need to do.
Identification verified. Quarantine status stable.
We're going to let this guy
No
go.
incidents reported.
Is this just a bad dream?
Yes. Get out of here, you
Pills.
crazy
No,
kids.
I forgot my meds.
That's okay. You go get your meds because this guy is going into quarantine. Stop sneezing on me.
No way.
Something seems wrong.
Next survivor.
Some seems iffy. All right. No visible lacerations, no bruising.
I can't go back.
Hiccups like everybody else. What was his temps? That other guy? I could check. I don't even know if I marked it down. Don't you dare sneeze. Oh, you son of a. 152 and 43. 152 and 43. Uh-oh. Skettios. Miss you.
Am I in trouble?
Nope. To the Pringle farm. I was hoping to come over here and see it, but
Glasses and gloves. Prepare your belongings for inspection.
okay. Pringle farm? Yeah, it's where they all go. Yeah. A lot of bodies. Well, you know, some shit happens when you find a lot of infected people. I've not checked the provisions. No, I've not. I don't even remember how to check provisions. The base? Let's see. Canteen. Food in the canteen, 12 of 40. Could probably use a resupply of food for a few doll hairs. Let's do 8. Upgrades. Info. What about the generator? There's fuel in the generator, but I'm sure we could use more. Okay. Tents. Power consumption. Okay. So it literally tells us how much each takes. I don't think you did that guy's temps. Oh, that other guy? Oh, the one in quarantine? Ooh, I could before we... Oh, we could before I call it. Which guy?
Identification
This guy?
verified. Quarantine status stable.
Bless you.
No incidents reported.
Did I get your temps?
I've lost too much already.
That's okay.
Don't make me turn back now.
139.39. Okay. There we go. Elevated, but bless you. Put him back. Yeah, we're putting him right back where I just got him. Absolutely. I didn't mark down that he has bruising. I think he has skin cuts too. Yeah, you go back.
Not fair.
Oh, no, it's not fair. Shut up. What are you yelling at? All right. Day 5. Open says me. All right, well, let's see if we made any mistakes this time.
External infected rushing the perimeter.
Uh-oh.
Prevent breach.
Uh-oh.
External infect.
Oh, game on. Oh. Ka-chow. Reload. Oh, come on. This last guy's like, yeah, I'm free. No, you're not. Oh, crap. There's more. Oh, shit. Oh, big dogs. We have big dogs. Okay. Can I switch my type of weapon? I didn't realize I had like anti-boomers. Yeah. Victory! Yeah. Hell yeah. Let's go. I think the wall took like half health. That was close. That was close. Shoe buddy. Purchases, maintenance. Now we're at 4,800 bucks. Deaths in the block. We're doing better. We're doing better. Pass infected. Hell yeah. We did it.
Damn it.
We did it.
Generator's dead. Told you to keep those fuel barrels sealed.
All right.
They got damp.
I bet they did. All right, friends. We're going to call it there. We're going to call it there. That was our early access peak. We're definitely going to be playing this again, though. We're going to play it again on Wednesday because I come back on Sunday. I'm not streaming on Sunday, more than likely. If I do, it would be a late stream, but we'll see. And then I stream on Monday and then I stream on Wednesday. I think Wednesday is going to be when we do it again. Yeah. But thank you guys for coming. I appreciate it. Let's go back to the main menu. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. We'll definitely get this posted sometime soon. If I have time this weekend, I will. If not, we'll just post it Monday or Tuesday, probably. Excited for Wednesday? Yeah. Thank you guys so much for all the love today and the follows. Thank you for all the subs. I appreciate you guys. Hi, Sean. All right, let's close it down. Let's close down shop. All right, let's go raid. I'm pretty sure I know where I'm going. I'm just going to verify. We'll do it when I come back. We'll do it when I come back. I'm on a time crunch now. Basically, I need to finish packing and then we need to get out of here. But yeah, we'll do it. I promise. Final words for Dave. Should have ducked. Seems fair. All right. We have a friend who is celebrating a partnerversary. No, sorry. Celebrating getting partner. This is the beginning of their partnerversary, as in they just got partner. It is one of our beloved friends and our lovely Dahlia. Thank you. Yeah, I'll make sure to take some pics and I'll post some pics in the Discord. If you're not already in the Discord link is there. So is the rest of the socials. Appreciate you guys. Thank you. Let us raid. If you're a follower, that's for you. If you're a sub, the next is for you. Creepy tier 3, that's for you. Again, I will not be live tonight because I will not be here. I'm not going to be live Sunday because I'm not going to be here. If I do go live Sunday, it would be super late. Probably not. But then the next stream would be Monday. Okay. You guys are awesome. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. I appreciate all the love. Let's go Santa Dahlia. Bye.